I saw that Gaugemaster had commissioned 2 special wagons inspired by the Sussex connections. So today on my way home from work I popped in and obtained a pair. We have the 7-plank South and Gasson number 105 from Brighton, and the 5-plank wagon Coral & Company Limited number 166 also of Brighton. South and Gasson's wagon, whose company office was based in Ship Street, Brighton, among other locations in Brighton City, was by all accounts a small coal merchant, carrier and insurance agent. We are now taking a look at Ship Street today. Must have been very different in the late 1800s. Other addresses connected with the company were 47 Hollingbury Road, 10 Clarence Square, 1A Kensington Street, and the address shown on the wagon. It appears that this 7-plank open wagon was delivered to them in June 1910 and carried the number 105. It's believed to be the only wagon they had. Compared to Coral & Company, who had 240 or more wagons, it shows that South and Gasson were quite a small concern. Era of operation, London, Brighton and South Coast without doubt. Now we turn to the 5-plank wagon Coral & Company Limited number 166 of Brighton. James Coral started out as a Brighton greengrocer in 1856 and soon expanded his business interest as a coal merchant. He eventually co-owned many ships that transported coal to the south coast, and as rail transport expanded, he acquired a large fleet of 5- and 7-plank open wagons. James died in 1871, aged just 49, the business passing to his wife Mary. Less than 6 months after his death, Mary entered into agreement on the 1st of April 1872 with 2 other coal merchants to carry on the business under the banner of Coral & Co. The 2 men in question were Daniel Hollyman and Thomas Paul Catley. Coral's main office was at 40 Queen's Road, Brighton. We're now taking a Google Earth look at Queen's Road, where the local radio station is now housed, and then on to Brighton Station, all familiar sights back in the time. In 1872, Corals also had offices at Brighton Railway Station, Prince Albert Street, and there were branches, offices, yards and wharves at Brighton, Hove, Penge, Norwood Junction, Leatherhead and Forest Hill. In 1877, Corals entered into agreement with G.R. Turner of Langley Mill near Nottingham to repair as often as necessary their 240 railway wagons. It is evident that top quality materials were to be used. For example, it was mandated that the best English oak and best steel were to be used on their wagons, and as a finishing touch, Coral's wagons were to be given 2 coats of best red paint. Coral is still in business today at Hove as a supplier of coal, making them one of the oldest establishments for business in the Brighton area. Here again we're taking a quick look on Google Earth at the extensive coal yards just to the left of Hove Station.